It's the JR Sport Brief Show right here with you on CBS Sports Radio. Joining us right now, we have Jimmy Garoppolo, his dad, Tony. Tony, a 40-year electrician, obviously. Jimmy, quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers. How are you guys doing?
Doing
Doing
good,
great.
JR.
Thanks
Good.
for having us.
Nah, no doubt about it. Thanks for taking the time to come on, and we'll get to this, Tony. We want to educate people as to the job opportunities that are out there. We'll get to that in a minute. Jimmy, man, you've been in the news all over the place. This is, I guess, is this the wildest offseason that you've had to deal with?
As crazy as it sounds, it's probably not. It seems like every offseason, every season in general, just in the NFL, there's always something different going on. New challenge, new opportunity, whatever it is. And it's just another offseason, I guess.
Just another day at the office. I mean, Tony, I have to ask you, just when you think about what your son has had to deal with, what he's gone through so far this offseason, what's your takeaway? This is a first-time experience for both of you guys.
It's the NFL. It's a now league. What's happening right now? Last year is last year. We're moving on to the new year and new challenges, new competition, and it's what it's all about. And if you start to look at it job-wise, that's going to work every day. You're being challenged. You got to perform. It's nothing different with Jimmy.
I hear that. Well, Jimmy, it seems that things, even in your career, you've been in a league since 2014. It seems that things are already starting to come full circle from your experience with the Patriots and now here with the Niners and Trey coming in. What experience have you learned? What did you take away from your time in New England? What are you taking away from your time right now in San Fran?
It's kind of just the NFL life, especially of a quarterback. Everyone seems to be trending in the direction of taking a quarterback and letting him develop type of thing. Seems to be the new thing in the NFL. But, what I took from New England, I went in there coming from the FCS to the NFL. It was, for me personally, it was a hell of a switch, just different speed, different players, different playbook, different defenses. I mean, everything is just, you're adjusting throughout your entire rookie year. And so it's one of those things I tried to learn as much from Tom as I could when I was there, but I never tried to be bothered to him or, be like a little brother asking too many questions. I just tried to learn from a distance and kind of learn from his example.
Well, when you talk about coming out of an FCS school, obviously out of Eastern Illinois, do you feel that you were behind the eight ball a little bit more in regards to trying to pick up on the NFL game?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I was never at a true D1, Big Ten school or anything like that. So I think I was behind the eight ball, but you really don't know. And that's the thing about being a rookie in the NFL. There's so much that you just don't know. And sometimes it's good for you actually in a way because you're just, running on instinct. But at the same time, you want to learn as much as you can, as quickly as you can. So I think being a rookie in the NFL, it's all about how quickly you can adjust and how quickly you can adapt to the situation you're in.
Jimmy Garoppolo is here with his dad, Tony. Tony, what is the biggest lesson that you try to instill in your son, just as a life lesson, just growing up?
I think hard work. You just can't get up and show up on the field or show up at work and just expect it to go smooth and everything to work out. You have to put the time in, you have to put the effort in, and what you put into it, that's what you're going to get out of it. And I think it's showed in Jimmy. He's a hard worker. He's not just sitting back and, living on his past accomplishments or anything. Every year in the NFL for him has been a challenge and has been a hard work. And I think he's up for the challenge always.
Well, Jimmy, we know you're up for the challenge. Obviously, a quarterback competition with Trey coming in. What is your approach? We've heard quarterbacks say, I'm not here for the new guy. We've also seen quarterbacks say, hey, I'm going to roll and rock with him. What approach are you taking?
I think it'll just happen naturally, to be completely honest. I mean, I don't want to have any I don't want to put anything in my mind before I actually meet the guy. I've only texted Trey a couple times. I want to get to know him, want to, see what he's all about. But I think the best way to learn is just learning from example. And so at the end of the day, you got to go out there and perform and win football games. And I think as a young player, if you could just watch that and learn from that, that's what I did with Tom. I tried to, pick up everything you can as quickly as you can. And if you do that as a young player, you'll be moving in the right direction.
Well, when you think about just everything that's going on this offseason, whether it be comments from Lynch and Shanahan, have you been cool with the communication that you've received from the organization?
Yeah, John's been really cool about just keeping me informed about what they're doing and where they're moving and things like that and what their mindset is. But the NFL is it's a crazy business. It really is, because it's really not about what you've done in the past. It's what have you done for me lately type of business, and you got to respect that in a sense. But it makes it hard at the end of the day too. So you got to worry about the things that you can control and go handle those.
Well, Tony, man, you're all about business, 40-year electrician. We know trades are important in the economy right now. How can people learn and pick up a trade? What makes having a trade so important, and where can people find out more information about what you guys are working on?
Well, to find out more information, they could go to Skills USA or Klein Tools on social media. And with today being the signing day, there's plenty of information. But the idea is to get the word out to these high school students that when they get to graduation, it's not necessary that they just go right to college or to a junior college. Maybe it's not for them. Maybe they didn't have the best results in high school, and maybe they don't have the money to go to college. So there's a definite demand for these jobs in the country, and there's a shortage of workers. So we're trying to get the word out, and we know there's plenty of kids that maybe aren't college bound, and this is a great opportunity for them to find a career that they could get their sink their teeth into and last, like I did, 40 years in a job.
Well, Tony, Jimmy, appreciate you guys. We know it's all about hard work and it's blue collar, and I appreciate the approach that you guys have. Thank you for taking the time to join me here. It's the JR Sport Brief Show right here on CBS Sports Radio.